Namaste. I'm Ankit Guptani, and it is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the Vidya webinar. Vidya is a 35-year-old organization working in the area of education, women empowerment, and skill building. It is founded by Rashmi Mishra ji in IIT Delhi. In our journey, we have reached over 4 lakh lives with our interventions in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Pune, with the motto of educate, empower, and transform. Our guest today is Dr. R.J Totla, who will be delivering a webinar on the topic COVID-19, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, a comparative study. Dr. Sheetal Kale, Chief Medical Officer of IIT Bombay, will be the moderator for the session. Now, I will announce some housekeeping terms. Please make sure that you ask questions in the Q&A box rather than the chat box. Now, I will request Dr. Sheetal Kale to introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you, Ankit. Good evening, Namaskar. A very warm welcome to all of you to today's webinar by Dr. R.J Totla on COVID-19, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, a comprehensive study. Now, as we all are aware that an unwanted guest by the name coronavirus has already entered our houses, and it is not going to go easily till there is an effective treatment and vaccine. Through today's webinar, Dr. R.J Totla would like you all to understand its impact on your physical, mental, social, and economical health. He would also help you to understand what measures you should take to reduce its severity and how we all should be prepared to live with coronavirus. Our today's guest speaker, Dr. R.J Totla, he is a senior pediatric surgeon and pediatric urologist. He is working at Aurangabad, the Auric city of Maharashtra. Currently, he is working as a head of the department at the Pediatric Surgery Department in MGM Medical College and Hospital, Aurangabad, for the past 15 years. He is a senior most pediatric surgeon and urologist in the entire Marathwada district. He is an alumnus of KM Hospital and Seth GS Hospital, Mumbai. After his training in pediatric surgery, he was selected for various foreign posts. But for the benefit of his people in his entire homeland area, he decided to start his practice in Marathwada region. And in Aurangabad, he is working tirelessly for the last 32 years. He is there treating all the poor patients and training young minds to become good doctors and good pediatric surgeons. He has attended a number of national, international conferences, seminars to sharpen his skills. He has also presented papers in many of the national and international conferences. He also has several national, international papers and fellowships to his credit. With this very brief introduction of Dr. R.J. Totla, I would like Dr. Totla now to take over. Thank you.
Good evening. Am I audible? Am I visible, dosto? Okay. Namaskar. Good evening to one and all. Now we proceed. Thank you so much for being the august audience of this webinar. At the outset, I wish to thank Dabolkar sir, Team Vidya, and to all my technical people to have invited me to speak on this deadly pandemic of COVID-19. I also thank my best half, Dr. Santosh, Dr. Rajendra Vaidya, pediatrician friend of mine at Aurangabad, Dr. Pulkeshi Kulkarni, the pediatric anesthesiologist at Aurangabad, and Nishant, my son from USA, who have helped me to construct this talk on this deadly disease. Friends, in this era of social media, lots of things we already know about the disease. But friends, this is an honest effort by all of us to present a complete scenario of this disease in the lucid language which everybody can understand. So first of all, I shall try to explain in nutshell about the virus. COVID-19 and details about the disease, then it will be followed by question and answer session. Let's see what the virus is. यह क्या बला है? साफ भाषा में कहे तो एक घोर संकट जो विश्व पे आया है और छाया है. Can I have first slide please? This is the coronavirus. These are the RNA group of viruses which cause infection in mammals basically and birds. The infections at times could be simple infections or could be lethal. Lethal mane janleva, you know. These are known as lethal also. These are the large family of viruses, and this is not the virus one we knew long back. Coronaviruses are there, but what we knew were the initial viruses, but this is just highly infectious and contagious variant of this virus, and it is at least mutated 11 times since its inception in China. They cause illness ranging from common cold, cough, fever, coryza. Coryza is a technical term for, it's a medical term for common cold, running nose, breathlessness. Breathlessness माने, you know, when सांस लेने में जब कष्ट होता है तो उसको हम breathless कहते हैं. And this time we have come across new symptoms like loss of taste, loss of smell, occasionally uncontrollable diarrhea, rashes over body, especially on the back, and rashes are especially seen in kids. Sometimes serious cases में हम दो प्रकार के patients मिलते हैं जिनको हम कहते हैं MERS और ARDS. MERS mean Middle East Respiratory Syndrome और ARDS माने Acute Respiratory Distress Syndrome. ये दोनों COVID-19 की सीरियस वैरायटी मानी जाती है. आमतौर पे हम जब हमारा और आपका एक्सरे करेंगे तो वो एक्सरे ऐसे दिखता है जैसे ब्लैक कलर के लंग दिखते हैं. ब्लैक कलर एयर का होता है, जो लंग वेंटिलेटेड होते हैं, जिसमें हवा होती है, जो बलून जैसा फूलते हैं, एक्सपेंडेबल रहते हैं, इलास्टिक रहते हैं, उसमें ब्लैक कलर दिखना चाहिए. लेकिन दोस्तों, अगर हम इन पेशेंट्स का एक्सरे करें जो ARDS में है, MERS में है, तो उनका एक्सरे बिल्कुल कॉटन व्हाइट जैसा रहता है, कॉटन व्हाइट, बिल्कुल व्हाइट कलर. तो मान के चलिए ये बहुत सीरियस वैरायटी ऑफ कोविड डिसीज की है. 2019 novel coronavirus is a new strain with multiple substrains and these substrains are lethal. अभी ये हम देखते हैं कि COVID-19 नाम आया कहां से. It's an acronym, okay? What is acronym? COVID, CO is taken from corona, VI is taken from virus, and D is taken from disease. So COVID. And since the disease was invented in 2019, somewhere in September, October, so it is said as COVID 2019. This virus is a genetic cousin of 2002 SARS virus. If you all you must be knowing there was something like SARS epidemic in 2002. This is a genetic cousin of that vaccine, that virus. And all of us know this virus has come from the China, from the Hubei province, Wuhan city of China. This virus has come from, and this has traveled from animal to humans, which is known as zoonotic disease. And in this case, if you all remember, this traveled from bat. Communication and traveling system of 21st century. It has helped this virus to spread like anything. Gone are the olden days when the news used to reach very late. But this is an era of social media where communication and traveling is so fast, it has helped to spread the information across the world in minutes like wildfire. The amount of inputs everyone received in last 5 months is astonishing. It is at times surprising and at times confusing also. It has complicated our day-to-day life. Panic and confusion has gripped the society. It has gripped the people as well as gripped the scientists also. Well, now the virus has entered. Now what to do? What should be the planning? Now the mehman to ghar mein aa gaye, so what to do? First thing is not to fear, not to panic, not to hide the things from doctor at all, not to hide. यहाँ मैं सभी लोगों से जोर दे के कहना चाहूंगा कि अपने बीमारी के लक्षणों को छुपाए नहीं। कोई भी सूरत में सादा बुखार भी आता है, टेम्परेचर भी रेज होता है, तो अपने लक्षण छुपाए नहीं, समय के साथ डॉक्टर्स को बताएं और उसका इलाज करें, और न कि अपनी बीमारी को आगे बढ़ने दें। सी बेसिकली होता क्या है कि 80 to 90% ऑफ कोरोना पेशेंट्स आर फुल्ली क्यूरेबल, treatable, recoverable. Okay, I repeat, they are treatable. But when casualties occur, why casualties occur? Because patients hide it, or they have a stress, strain, panic, fear, depression, psychological all issues, and that leads to their immunity goes down. And once the immunity goes down, the infection catches them up, and those who were not likely to get infected, unfortunately get infected. And that's the main reason of this pandemic causing lots of problems. Here, I remember a joke. When, if you remember, we had a pandemic in 1918, which is known as a Spanish flu pandemic, which started in United States of America. That pandemic, if you remember, had killed 50 million of people worldwide. And it had affected 500 million of people, approximately 1/3 of the population of world those days. So I'm talking those days, what happened? A businessman was traveling to Baghdad. So on the way, he met Spanish flu. Let's consider Spanish flu as a person. So he met Spanish flu on the way. So he asked, "Are, who are you?" The Spanish flu very proudly introduced him. I am Spanish flu. I'm going to kill 5,000 people in Baghdad. And this is, oh no, it's not good thing. Why are you killing? No, this time I'm going to kill 5,000 people in Baghdad. And then he went to Baghdad, and he saw at least 60,000 people killed in Baghdad. So he was so unhappy, he was so sorry, feeling gloomy. On the way back, he again met Spanish flu and said, "You said you are going to kill 5,000 people. How is that 60,000 people are killed?" So the Spanish flu muskuraya, Spanish flu hasa, Spanish flu said, I have killed only 5,000 people, but rest 55,000 died of fear, psychosis, anxiety, depression, and whatnot. So this is how the history should not repeat, my dear friends, and hence not to panic at all. First thing what you are supposed to do is consult your doctor, and as per his or her advice, you can proceed. Government has set up fever clinics also in every place, so you can consult at fever clinics also. And if they say you have to investigate, straight away go ahead and investigate by sending a swab, by sending a test, which takes almost 48 to 72 hours for the report to come. But remember, even a negative test doesn't fully rule out COVID-19, because accuracy of test is only 70%. I'm talking about PCR test. This is known as PCR test. But if it comes positive, yes, then in that situation, you have to act fast. हम अभी उनके फैमिली मेंबर्स की बात करेंगे जहां एक फैमिली में मान लीजिए कोई कोविड-19 डिसीज पाया गया है. So what about his wife, his children, his parents? Nothing to worry. If they are not symptomatic, they can be kept at home, can be isolated, can be quarantined, can be under supervision of good doctor. Not to worry, but they have to be tested, and their test should be negative. That is what should be done. And those who are positive, so they should be shifted to hospital. Now there are three categories. One is simple, one is moderate, another is serious. So let's consider what is simple. Simple does have only fever, nothing more than that, little uneasiness, shifted to the hospital, observed, symptomatic treatment for 14 days, everything settles down, come back home, become a corona warrior. Okay, you have won the corona. मॉडरेट में क्या होता है कि थोड़ी ऑक्सीजन की जरूरत पड़ती है. सी बेसिकली क्या होता है कि कोरोना में ऑक्सीजनेशन लेवल हमारी कम होती है, since the elasticity of lung goes down. So usually 100% या 95 to 98% जो ऑक्सीजनेशन लेवल आना चाहिए, यहाँ 80 to 85% आती है. So that is a warning signal. You have to go to hospital, get admitted, start oxygenation, and then how gradually you recover. But when it comes to serious corona, where you may need to be shifted to intensive care unit, हम इसको मराठी या हिंदी में कहेंगे अतीव दक्षता कक्ष। तो इसमें जब हमें वो शिफ्ट करना पड़ता है तो उसमें हो सकता है आपको केवल कुछ भी नहीं करना पड़े, केवल मॉनिटर करना पड़े। हो सकता है आपको कृत्रिम सांस की जरूरत पड़े। कृत्रिम सांस के लिए कृत्रिम सांस की मशीनें उपलब्ध है। आप सबने वेंटिलेटर शब्द तो सुना ही होगा। व्हाट आर द वेंटिलेटर? यू नो, इट एक कृत्रिम सांस की जो मशीन है जो लंग्स का काम करती है। क्योंकि आपके लंग्स इन्वॉल्व है, लंग्स बीमार है, लंग्स को आप ज्यादा स्ट्रेन नहीं कर सकते, वो मशीन लंग्स का काम करती है। उसमें भी दो प्रकार के वेंटिलेटर होते हैं दोस्तों। वन इज इन्वेजिव वेंटिलेटर जिसमें शरीर में ट्यूब्स जाती है, और अनदर इज नॉन इन्वेजिव वेंटिलेटर। सो नॉन इन्वेजिव वेंटिलेटर फिर भी आसान है, उससे रिकवरी फिर भी बहुत अच्छी है। बट जब हम इन्वेजिव वेंटिलेटर पे जाते हैं तो रिकवरी थोड़ी सी परेशानी वाली हो सकती है, लेकिन फिर भी हमें हिम्मत नहीं हारना है। मैं क्यों कह रहा हूँ? इसलिए क्योंकि जहां मैं काम करता हूँ, एमजीएम मेडिकल कॉलेज एंड हॉस्पिटल, जैसे डॉक्टर शीतल जी ने बताया, उस हॉस्पिटल में मैंने अक्सर देखा है, हमारे हॉस्पिटल में कोरोना पे 4 से 5 मरीज आज वेंटिलेटर पे हैं, और मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है बताने को कि सारे के सारे पेशेंट वेंटिलेटर के अच्छे कर रहे हैं, इन्वेजिव वेंटिलेटर के, और वो सब शायद बाहर आ सकते हैं। तो वी शुड नॉट लूज होप एट ऑल। लेकिन इस सब चीजों की जरूरत ही क्यों पड़े, मैं कहता हूँ, है ना? अगर हम समय के साथ रिपोर्ट करें, अगर हम समय के साथ बताएं, हम कोई चीज छुपाए नहीं, तो क्यों वेंटिलेटर की जरूरत पड़ेगी, क्यों सीरियस होने की जरूरत पड़ेगी? हेंस टू अवॉइड कॉम्प्लिकेशन, अर्ली रिपोर्टिंग इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट। मैं यहाँ एक बात बहुत कैंडिडली कहना चाहूंगा अपने यंग दोस्तों को, because of their young age, usually they are not getting affected, usually, or if at all they are affected, they don't have symptoms। आया और गया, समझता भी नहीं कोरोना। बट देन एक चीज हम भूल रहे हैं कि वो जब अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं तो कैरियर हो रहे हैं, और वो कैरियर जब वो घर पे जाते हैं तो अपने माता पिता, अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को वो अफेक्ट कर सकते हैं, जो एल्डरली है, यू नो। और एल्डरली लोगों को कोमॉर्बिडिटी होती है। व्हाट इज कोमॉर्बिडिटी? जिसमें मान लो किसी को हार्ट अटैक हुआ है, किसी की ट्रीटमेंट चल रही है, मान लीजिए किसी का ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ा हुआ है, मान लीजिए किसी को मधुमेह है, डायबिटीज है, मान लीजिए कोई कैंसर की ट्रीटमेंट पे है, मान लीजिए कोई ट्रांसप्लांट हो रखा है, मान लीजिए किसी को न्यूरोलॉजिकल ब्रेन के इश्यूज है। और ये सब चीजें जब हम देखते हैं तो इसको हम कहते हैं कोमॉर्बिडिटी। और ये कोमॉर्बिडिटी बहुत घातक होती है, बिकॉज कोरोना इज ऑफन अट्रैक्टेड टू दिस पेशेंट्स विद कोमॉर्बिडिटीज। सो यंग पीपल व्हाइल रोमिंग आउटसाइड डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस। ऑफ कोर्स दे आर जानबूझ के नहीं कर रहे, बट उनको समझ नहीं है, और दे कम बैक होम एंड इन्फेक्ट दिस पीपल एंड कैजुअलिटीज सडनली गो अप। जब हम पेशेंट्स देखते हैं तो सबसे पहले हमें क्या देखना चाहिए? टेम्परेचर देखना चाहिए। टेम्परेचर के लिए थर्मल गन उपलब्ध है। जो थर्मल गन होती है, वो थर्मल गन एक बहुत अच्छी तरह से टेम्परेचर देखती है। अगर टेम्परेचर ज्यादा पाया गया है तो हमें ये देखना है कि ये कोरोना तो नहीं है, हमें रूल आउट करना है, छाती का एक्सरे करना है, ब्लड टेस्ट करना है, एंड देन ट्रीटमेंट अकॉर्डिंगली, जैसा मैंने डिस्कस की, सिंपल, मॉडरेट, सीरियस, वैसे हमें ट्रीटमेंट डिजाइन करना है। क्या हमें कोविड के लिए कोई दवाई उपलब्ध नहीं है? एज सच एग्जैक्ट मेडिसिन कोविड पे अभी उपलब्ध नहीं है, लेकिन हाइड्रोक्सीक्लोरोक्विन एक दवाई है जो मलेरिया में यूज होती है, जो कुछ हद तक कोविड के जो जो डॉक्टर्स, जो फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर, जो वैरियर्स, जो बिल्कुल कोविड के वार्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, दिन रात उनसे एक्सपोज्ड है, उनमें ये दवाई ट्राई की जा सकती है। लेकिन आम दुनिया के लिए, आम इंसानों के लिए जहां कोई संबंध नहीं है, ये दवाई देना घातक है, बिकॉज ये दवाई आसान नहीं है, ये दवाई के अपने कॉम्प्लिकेशंस है, और ये दवाई अगर जुडिशियसली डॉक्टर्स के सलाह के बिना अगर यूज की गई मन से, तो ये एट टाइम्स लीथल, जानलेवा साबित हो सकती है। दूसरी दवाई आई है आइवरमेक्टिन। आइवरमेक्टिन एक दवाई है जो वर्म्स में की, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना बच्चे के पेट में कीड़े हो गए डॉक्टर, तो एक कीड़ों के लिए आइवरमेक्टिन नाम की एक दवाई यूज की जाती है, जिसके साथ डॉक्सीसाइक्लिन बोल के एक एंटीबायोटिक मिक्स करके दिया जाता है, जिसकी एक अच्छी स्टडी बांग्लादेश में हुई है, जहां करीब करीब मैं समझता हूँ 60 पेशेंट्स पे बहुत एनकरेजिंग रिजल्ट्स मिले हैं। बट स्टिल इसे कोई साइंटिफिक आधार नहीं माना जा सकता है। जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा है कि होम्योपैथिक मेडिसिन आर्सेनिक एल्बम 30 भी आजकल बड़ा जोर शोर से उसका प्रचार हो रहा है, बट टू टेल यू द ट्रूथ उसमें कोई ऑथेंटिसिटी अभी तक नजर नहीं आई है। हाँ, ये मन का समाधान जरूर है कि हमने दवाई ली। होता क्या है दोस्तों, देखिए कि 80 to 90% पेशेंट वैसे ही रिकवर होने वाले रहते हैं, ओके, एज आई अर्लियर सेड। और इस चीजों में ये लोगों ने, ये ग्रुप ने अगर वो दवाई ली तो उनके मन में ये आता है कि अरे वाह, मैंने होम्योपैथी ली इसलिए मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ, या मैंने ये ली इसलिए कुछ नहीं हुआ। वैसे उनको वैसे भी कुछ नहीं होने वाला रहता है। तो ये जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, ये बात कर रहे हैं वो 10% की, 20% की जो कॉम्प्लिकेशन में एंटर होते हैं, जहां इन चीजों का कोई रोल नहीं है। सो ये सारी दवाइयां, ये सारी अड़चने अगर हम दूर कर सके, हम इसको होने ही नहीं दे, we stress more on prevention. So it is always said prevention is better than cure. So why not to prevent the disease from development? हम सब जानते हैं कि ये क्यों फैलता है। ये ड्रॉपलेट से फैलता है, एरोसॉल से फैलता है, खांसी, सर्दी, छींकना, पर्सन टू पर्सन कांटेक्ट से फैलता है। आपको पता है कि एक ह्यूमन बीइंग अक्सर अपने नाक को और माउथ को दिन में 24 घंटे में 2000 बार हाथ लगाता है। यू नो, this is a standard figure. A normal human being touches his nose or mouth at least approximately 2000 times. But then COVID-19 इन टच करने से फैलता है, and let's avoid this practice of touching the nose and mouth repeatedly. और इसीलिए यहाँ मास्क का रोल है। कैन आई हैव सेकंड स्लाइड प्लीज ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर वियरिंग द मास्क प्लीज। यहाँ मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि मास्क जरूरी नहीं कि आप N95 मास्क पहने, जरूरी नहीं कि आप सर्जिकल मास्क पहने, जरूरी नहीं कि आप फैंसी बड़ा डिजाइनर मास्क पहने, जैसा हम देखते हैं फिल्म में चित्र तारकाओं को अपने अपने अलग अलग तरीके के मास्क पहने। नहीं, हमें सादा कपड़ा भी चलेगा, साफ सुथरा जो धुल सकता है। मैंने इसीलिए स्लाइड बताने की कोशिश की दोस्तों कि ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर जब ऐसा पहन सकते हैं तो वाई कांट भी। तो अपने लिए कोई जरूरी नहीं कि आप N95 मास्क पहने, एक कोई भी अच्छा सादा कपड़ा जो अपना नाक, मुंह एंड दोनों गाल अच्छी तरह से ढक सके, प्रिवेंशन कर सके, वो भी हम पहने तो चलता है। अगर N95 हो तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अगर आप आगे की स्लाइड देखो तो आपको उसमें नजर आएगा कि ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ डिसीज, मान लीजिए किसी ने मास्क पहना है, किसी ने नहीं पहना है, और सामने वाली व्यक्ति ने पहना है, आपने नहीं पहना है, और जब दोनों ने पहना है तो ट्रांसमिशन इज ओनली 1.5%। सो क्यों ना हम मास्क पहने, क्यों हम इस संस्कृति को क्यों हम अपनाए नहीं, ताकि अपने देश में कोरोना नहीं फैले। सो प्लीज रिमेंबर, मास्किंग इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, नॉट ओनली नाउ but in time to come also, because corona is not going to go early. अब हम आते हैं फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग पे। एक्चुअली इसको सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग कहा गया है। मैं सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग शब्द थोड़ा सा कम पसंद करता हूं, मैं फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग मानता हूं, क्योंकि सोशली तो हमको मिलके रहना है, एक दूसरे के दिल के पास रहना है, बट फिजिकल दूरी बनाए रखना है। When I say physical distancing, it is 6 feet minimum, 2 गज की दूरी, जैसा आदरणीय पंतप्रधान कहते हैं। लेकिन देखा गया है एक रिसेंट रिसर्च में कि जब विंड्स बहती है तो 6 फीट भी कम होते हैं, अप टू 18 feet winds can flow these viruses and can infect the person in front. इसकी एक स्टडी आई है, जिसको स्टडी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ निकोशिया साइप्रस से स्टडी आई है, जो हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए। हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा कोरोना के मरीज को कैसे ढूंढे, और उसके लिए एक ही तरीका है दोस्तों, टेस्टिंग। बट दुर्भाग्य ये है कि अपने भारतवर्ष में टेस्टिंग के किट्स और टेस्टिंग की कॉस्ट, ये दोनों चीजें बहुत ज्यादा होने की वजह से टेस्टिंग के किट्स उपलब्ध नहीं है और कॉस्ट बहुत ज्यादा है, तो एक आम जनता तो ये कर ही नहीं सकती है। तो हमारी कोशिश सरकार की ये रहना चाहिए कि हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा टेस्टिंग किट उपलब्ध कराए, ज्यादा से ज्यादा सेंटर बनाए। मैं जानता हूँ हमारे औरंगाबाद में अब जाके सेंटर्स बने, नहीं तो हमें पहले बंबई सैंपल भेजना पड़ते थे, या मान लो टेस्टिंग किट ही उपलब्ध नहीं थे। तो कहने का तात्पर्य कि टेस्टिंग किट्स उपलब्ध होना चाहिए और उसकी कॉस्ट कम होना चाहिए। आज अगर 4,500 से 5,000 रुपए अगर लगते हैं, 5,000 रुपीज, इट इज बिग अमाउंट। to spend just on the testing, so people avoid. So let's reduce the price, let's make the kits available. देन कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग क्या होता है कि मान लीजिए कोरोना मुझे है और मैं 10 लोगों को मिलता हूँ और वो 10 लोग और 10 लोगों को मिलते हैं, वो और 10 लोगों को मिलते हैं, ऐसा करते करते कॉन्टैक्ट्स बढ़ते जाते हैं तो वायरस स्प्रेड होते जाता है। तो कम से कम कॉन्टैक्ट में आए, फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग बना के रखे, मास्क पहने, टेस्ट करके साबित करे कि मुझे कोरोना नहीं है, फिर ही अपन एक अच्छी सिस्टमैटिक ट्रीटमेंट कर सकते हैं। नहीं तो हॉस्पिटल फ्लड हो जाएंगे और अनफॉर्चुनेटली अपने पास बेड्स उतने नहीं है जितने मरीज है। फिर हम आते हैं आगे, फ्रीक्वेंट वॉशिंग ऑफ हैंड्स। ये वॉशिंग ऑफ हैंड्स क्या होता है? जो कोरोना बड़ी बड़ी दवाइयों को दवाइयां उसको मात नहीं दे पा रही, क्यों? एक साबुन के पानी से वो मर जाता है। लेकिन ये देखा गया है कि ये वायरस सोप वाटर से मर जाता है, और इसलिए आप अगर फ्रीक्वेंट वॉशिंग ऑफ हैंड्स अगर करते हो, आपने देखे होंगे टीवी पे जाहिरात, एडवर्टीजमेंट वेयर सिस्टमैटिकली इट इज शोन हाउ टू वॉश द हैंड्स। एंड ये हाथ है, मान लीजिए पूरे हाथ के सारे भाग, ये भाग, ऑल वेब स्पेसेस, all fingers and thumbs, everything, wrist and up, you should wash properly for 20 seconds and more with any common soap and flowing water. And if you keep repeating it over day 10 times, 20 times, there is very less likely chance that the corona will spread. And if these simple things help, why can't practice it properly? मान लीजिए हमारे पास पानी उपलब्ध नहीं है, मान लीजिए साबुन उपलब्ध नहीं, तो फिर सैनिटाइजर हम यूज कर सकते हैं। सैनिटाइजर के बारे में ये है कि उसमें 70% अल्कोहल चाहिए जो वायरिसाइडल है। वायरिसाइडल माने उससे वायरिसाइडल जो वायरस को किल करता है। लेकिन दोस्तों अनफॉर्चुनेटली देखा गया है कि मार्केट में जैसे बाढ़ आ गई है सैनिटाइजर्स की, कोई कुछ बोलता है, कोई कुछ बोलता है, कोई इतने पैसों में दे रहा है, कोई कुछ कम पैसों में दे रहा है, बट नो, यू डोंट फॉल प्रे टू इट। You choose a product which is branded. You choose a product which is GST paid. We choose a product with barcode. You choose a product with proper company, proper warranty guarantee and everything. Then only you are secure. Otherwise, my dear friend, though you are using sanitizer, you are unsafe. That's only you are in the fool's paradise that you have used sanitization, but still the corona will affect. So you have to be very careful while you buy sanitizers, while you buy thermal guns, because there are thermal guns available in market where there is prefix temperature. It's just costing some few bucks, you buy it, but it doesn't show proper normal temperature. So don't fall prey to it. When it comes to that, another चीज मैं आपको, आपने तो सुना ही होगा, PPE, पर्सनल प्रोटेक्शन इक्विपमेंट, आपने सुना ही होगा। पर्सनल प्रोटेक्शन इक्विपमेंट, एक जमाना ऐसा था कि अपने भारतवर्ष में एक भी PPE नहीं बनता था, बट आज मुझे गर्व है, मैं गर्व के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि इंडिया, भारतवर्ष अपना दुनिया के नंबर 2 लेवल पे आज पीपीई किट बना रहा है। इतनी प्रोडक्शन फैसिलिटी अच्छी हो गई है। आपको पीपीई किट के बारे में अगर मैं बता दूं तो एक आधे स्लाइड पे पीपीई किट का आपको फोटो भी दिखेगा, जो पूरा शरीर ढक जाता है डॉक्टर का, जो हेल्थ वर्कर रहते हैं, जिसमें केवल सांस लेने की एक जगह रहती है। पीपीई किट ऐसा होता है कि जिसमें आपकी भाषा समझ में नहीं आती, क्योंकि व्हाट यू टॉक कैन नॉट बी हर्ड आउटसाइड। Then you have to breathe the same air which you are exhaling. You can't go to toilet, you can't go to washroom, you have to wear diaper. And that kind of duty you have to do for 8 to 10 hours. Imagine the plight of doctor. So that's why personal protection equipment पहनना, उसमें डॉक्टर नहीं लगता है, उसमें डॉक्टर एक अंतरिक्ष वीर लगता है। आपको समझ में आ जाएगा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ। और इसलिए this personal protection equipment quality also should be very carefully searched and should be supplied to the doctors. Well, after this we come to the respiratory etiquettes. ये respiratory etiquettes क्या रहते हैं? मान लीजिए we are in a meeting and you get cough, sneeze, so you should have a hanky where you can put it on the nostril and sneeze. You should have a tissue, or you should have a good piece of cloth or something like that where you can sneeze and then dispose it off properly well, because if you don't dispose it well, again it will spread the infection. But supposingly you are off a hanky, off tissue, off cloth, nothing is there in hand, nothing is there with you, so you can do folded hands. If you all can see me, you fold your hands and with a elbow folded you can sneeze. At least that will stop the spread of disease. Avoid central air conditioning as much as possible. Now, immunity boosters, as per suggestion from Ayush Mantralaya. Can I have the slide, please? Immunity booster slide, please. Thank you. Where you can see the slide, and there are various permutations and combinations. Like you can see cinnamon, you can see tulsi leaves, you can see ricin, you can see ginger, and honey and turmeric. These are various permutations and combinations available. These are supposed to raise your immunity. It's an Ayurvedic product. लेने में फायदा है, नुकसान definitely नहीं है. So you can go ahead with that. Now I come to some social aspect of COVID-19, some social. Apart from this, we have discussed all clinical things and medical things, but some social things I do want to share with you, my friends, which is very important because it will affect our day-to-day life. COVID-19 is not a good leveler, and all of us are not in the same boat, though we are in the same storm. You get my point? Her boat is different, her boat is different, my boat is different, though we are facing the same storm. Different people have different boats. Please remember, please listen to me very carefully. This is the time where all of the inequalities of society will be magnified due to COVID-19. We need to also look after weaker sections of society. Those who are affording, people like us, we can help, we should help the weaker society, weaker sections of society. Talking about the lockdown in 4 phases, no doubt it has brought everything at complete standstill, but let me tell you, dosto, this has avoided definitely monumental mortality and casualties due to its timely application. And in other way, you must have also noted the positive effects of lockdown, like reduction in pollution level across all cities in world, reduction in carbon emission, getting Ma Ganga river so clean and clear, which massive spending of money couldn't do over years. Accident and deaths practically going down, and all families have come together. Those who were not able to spend time together are spending time together. But certainly this is not a permanent solution to being locked down. Now we have discussed positive aspects of lockdown. Now I will discuss the negative aspects of lockdown. They are sad also. See, the big people, the well-to-do people will manage lockdown anyway. They will manage. But what about laborers? What about daily wage earners? What about low socioeconomic strata? And where they should go, my dear friends? Tell me where they should go. With industries, with business houses practically shut down, this population may survive from corona, but my dear friends, they will die of starvation. You are seeing daily news of migrant workers, laborers, and this problem going on, dying of accident, dying of starvation. These are the backbone of our society and nation, and they should survive at any cost, else nation will sink, my dear friends. And hence each one of us should try at his or her own level best to take care of them. Help could be, I don't say you help massively, it can be a spiral's help. You understand, spirals helps. Or it can be a help like a petal of a flower, but help must be done. Hence, these people will be benefited. Like it is said, tiny, tiny drops of water can form a big ocean. So tiny, tiny help also can be a very big help for these people. Opening up of the lockdown now is very tricky issue. It should be a step-by-step and gradual. Opening up of the establishment could lead to sudden rise in cases. So hence it has to be a very careful exercise. Crowding at workplace should not be done. It should be step by step. Start with minimum number of people and gradually go up. Everyone coming to duty should feel safe. You also should feel safe as an employer and employees also safe. The best way is to test them. And once you test them, if supposingly a non-symptomatic carrier comes positive in the test, then he or she can cause community spread, hence the importance of tests. Making the workplace arrangement such that in future also we need to live with the virus, because we know the virus is not going to go. We have to learn living with the virus, and we have to make arrangements which are friendly to us. Like they may vary from place to place, person to person, professional to professional. Offices, hospitals, banks, shops, malls, schools, colleges, hotels can have suitable arrangements as per their own requirements. Community schools should have their own arrangements as per their necessities, because a dense number of students in community school, if not taken care of properly, might lead to corona disease spread like a wildfire. As responsible citizens, dosto, we need to scrupulously follow each and every instruction given by government to us, because they are in the best interest of us. Reopening of economic and social life too soon, I repeat, reopening of economic and social life too soon, prematurely, may trigger a resurgence of the cases, that is wave number 2, and it can cause death due to COVID-19. Anthony Fauci, Mr. Anthony Fauci, the director of infectious diseases and allergic disorders, United States of America, has enough warned about this kind of problem, which is also supported by German Chancellor and which is also supported by WHO leader. See, my dear friends, corona never sees caste, creed, religion, gender, and financial status. Those who don't listen to it, corona will attack on them. As such, corona is a guest. Unless you invite it, it will not come to you. If you prevent it, if you take proper precautions, it will not touch you. Here the importance of not shaking hands. Not shaking hands. I repeat, not hugging. I repeat, not going very near to the patients or not going very near to the people to whom you want to greet will prevent the spread of corona. And here is the importance of namaste. Can I have the slide of namaste, please? Can I have slide of namaste? And here is the importance of namaste, which will prevent the spread of corona. Buying anything from groceries to vegetable, ordering anything online, offline, either in regular orders or anything which you buy should be properly taken, properly sanitized, and properly stored. I suggest you insist for either bank transfer payments or I suggest for online payments, because this stage handling of currency should be avoided as much as possible. As much as possible, order online, because that makes you stay indoor and stay safe, my dear friends. Basically, what you need to have a disciplined approach, and that's it what corona wants you to do. Here at this stage, may I request to play Sadhguruji's video. Thank you.
Not decide what to do tomorrow because we still do not know how the virus will play out. We do not know. Everybody is making their own guesses, but nobody… I'm listening to all the scientific stuff that's going on in the world, what doctors are saying, politicians are saying, economists are saying, but the clear picture is this: we really do not know how things will be in another 2 months' time. Nobody knows for sure how it's going to play out. People are saying it's already mutated into 10 different forms, whether it'll respond to the vaccine, how many… 10 vaccines for 7.6 billion people, when will you give that vaccine? These are not practical things, anything that's being spoken. So we have to wait. When we wait, the best thing to do is right now to upgrade ourselves. Upgrading ourselves means our physiological capabilities. Physically, we must become fitter. In the next 1 month, all of you Thai people set this up. The next 1 month, you must be at least 10% fitter than what you are right now physically. Mentally, you must be 10% sharper. I can give you tools for this. And emotionally, you must be at least 10% more balanced. Energetically, you must be at least 10% more effervescent. All these things will be most vital when you have to step out and face the new situation that we have still not figured. Let us not assume this will happen, that will happen, because we don't know what will happen. How many of us will be wiped out? How many of us will be here? How many businesses will be gone? What will be relevant, what will be not relevant? We have no clear picture. Only guesswork is going on. So using our imagination, we are causing fear. Instead of that, this time around, let's invest it upon ourselves to make ourselves into more competent, more balanced and better human beings. That's the only way you can face an unknown situation.
Well, after having seen this video, lastly, I wish to mention few words of appreciation for all frontline workers like doctors, like nurses, like health workers, community health workers, ASHA workers, complete police force, security force, and हमारी सफाई कर्मचारी, those who collect garbage, they need a good round of applause, which they have helped so much without bothering for their own safety, and they need a good round of applause. See, everyone is supposed to prepare a red book. What I mean by red book? Red book is a book where we are supposed to prepare a head of a family, maybe a man or a woman who looks after. She should or he should put up all the passwords, bank accounts, statements, mutual fund details, their savings, their books where their will is kept. All these things should be kept in a red book, and which should be handed over to the relatives if they are supposed to getting admitted. And in case of mishap, nothing should go wrong. The family behind should know the details. If he has a digital locker, then the password of the locker has to be told to the person staying behind. So this red book is very important. Here I request Government of India to increase the budget of the health budget. By and large, we have 1 to 1.5% of health budget, which should be straight away increased to 10% of GDP, because we are falling short for the budget. Because health is real wealth of the nation, dosto. If a small nation like Cuba, Taiwan can do, why can't we? Manushya Bal Samvardhan, the human resources mobilization is most important. समय आ गया है कि हम हमारी चरमराती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था को, आरोग्य व्यवस्था को सुधारें, उसको बहुत ढंग से संवारे दोस्तों। अगर देश के नागरिक ही नहीं बचेंगे तो क्या अर्थव्यवस्था का फायदा, क्या वो देश का फायदा, या क्या सामरिक शक्ति का फायदा? कोई फायदा नहीं। देश के नागरिक को बचाना हमारा प्रथम कर्तव्य है। हमें जरूरत है कि हमें बच्चों को, हमारे बच्चों को डॉक्टर बनने को प्रोत्साहित करें, क्योंकि मैंने देखा है इन दिनों डॉक्टर्स बनने में बहुत अनास्था या मान लो उदासीनता है। बच्चे नहीं बनना चाहते, पेरेंट्स भी नहीं चाहते अपने बच्चे डॉक्टर बने। तो इन दिस सिचुएशन हम बड़े से बड़े हॉस्पिटल तो बना लेंगे, और डॉक्टर्स ही अगर नहीं रहे तो हम क्या कर लेंगे? इसलिए हमें उनको एक बहुत अच्छे मोटिवेशन के साथ डॉक्टर्स बनने में प्रोत्साहित करना है, उनको सुरक्षा देना है, कुछ ऐसे कानून बनाना है कि वो अपने जगह पे सुरक्षित महसूस करे, अपना काम अच्छा करे। आगे मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि ईट राइट एंड योर फ्यूचर इज ब्राइट। यू गेट माय पॉइंट? ईट राइट एंड फ्यूचर इज ब्राइट। ईट राइट से मेरा क्या माने है? मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि अच्छे प्रोटीन्स खाइए, अच्छे विटामिन लीजिए, अपने बी कॉम्प्लेक्स लेवल अच्छे रखिए, विटामिन डी लेवल अच्छा रखिए, ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स अच्छा रखिए, और एक बहुत अच्छे खाना। ये तो देखो, एक समय के साथ अपने बड़े बूढ़े भी कहते आए कि अच्छा खाना खाइए ताकि आप अच्छा काम कर सकोगे। सो ईट राइट, योर फ्यूचर इज ब्राइट। देन प्रॉपर एक्सरसाइजेस। मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि आप बहुत एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, टायरिंग एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, बट आपको प्रफुल्लित रखने के लिए जितनी एक्सरसाइज आवश्यकता है वो जरूर करना चाहिए। प्राणायाम और योगा, इन दोनों का बहुत महत्व है। एंड देन फिजिकल एंड मेंटल बैलेंस। यहाँ मैं आपको आग्रह से कहूंगा कि मेंटल बैलेंस इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट। हमने ये तो डिस्कस कर लिया, हमने ये नहीं सोचा कि वैक्सीन का क्या हो रहा है। लेट मी टेल यू दोस्तों, वैक्सीन की कोशिश पूरे संसार में 40 जगह चल रही है, जोर शोर से चल रही है। हर कंट्री अपना पूरा जोर लगा के वैक्सीन पे रिसर्च कर रही है। इंडिया में भी हो रहा है, अमेरिका में, सब तरफ हो रहा है, बट अभी कोई वैक्सीन नजर आया नहीं है। ट्रायल्स अच्छे चल रहे हैं, लेकिन वैक्सीन एक टीडियस प्रोसीजर है, उसको टाइम लगता है, मे भी 6 से 8 महीने से 10 महीने। और मुझे जहां तक भगवान ने चाहा, मुझे उम्मीद है कि 2020 के एंड होने तक हमें कुछ तो भी खुशखबरी सुनने को मिल सकती है। सेकंड थिंग है हर्ड इम्यूनिटी। हर्ड इम्यूनिटी में क्या होता है कि जब सभी इन्फेक्ट हो गए तो फिर बचता कौन है? तो वहां हर्ड इम्यूनिटी का रोल है। यहाँ मैं आगे ये कहना चाहूंगा कि जो कोरोना के मरीज है, जो रिकवर हो चुके हैं, ओके, जो रिकवर हो चुके हैं, जिन्हें डिस्चार्ज मिल चुका है, जो घर आ चुके हैं, उनको संसार ठीक से रिसीव नहीं करता है, उनसे दूर भागता है, उनसे सोशल कांटेक्ट टूट जाते हैं। तो मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि उनको आप अच्छी तरह से ट्रीट कीजिए, उनको सम्मान दीजिए, क्योंकि उन्होंने कोई क्राइम तो किया नहीं है, कोरोना हो गया था, ओके। तो हमको ये भी देखना चाहिए। यहाँ कुछ गाइडलाइंस है जो हम सब ने फॉलो करना चाहिए। वो गाइडलाइंस मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा दोस्तों। जो जनरल गाइडलाइंस है, जो अगले 6 महीने साल भर के लिए, गौर से सुनिए। पोस्टपोन योर ट्रैवल अब्रॉड एटलीस्ट फॉर 2 years unless it is very essential, unless it is very essential, okay. Then second, do not eat food outside for at least 1 year. Eat home cooked fresh food for 1 year unless essential, unless you need to go. Try to avoid. Do not attend any ceremonies, crowded places and weddings for at least 1 year. सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का महत्व आज भी है, कल भी रहेगा और साल भर के बाद ही रहेगा। तो आप ये भी ध्यान रखिए, वेयर फेस मास्क वेर एवर यू गो आउट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। स्टे अवे फ्रॉम पीपल विद कफ। हैव वेजिटेरियन फूड एज मच एज पॉसिबल। हाउएवर, प्लीज मार्क माय वर्ड्स, वेल कुक्ड क्वालिटी नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड is not contraindicated. No cinema, no malls, no large gatherings for at least 6 months, dosto, and try to increase your immunity as much as possible. Be careful at barber shop and be careful at beauty salons. Please remember, Corona is going to stay. It is not going to go maybe for a year or for the 2. हमें कोरोना से दोस्ती बना के चलना पड़ेगा, हमें मान के चलना पड़ेगा कि वो साथ में है और सारे प्रिकॉशंस हमें लेके चलना पड़ेगा। The moment there is breach in precaution, you had it. Keep sanitizers and tissue always with you. Don't bring shoes in your home. This is very basic teaching कि अपने जूते चप्पल बाहर खोलिए। As simple as that. जैसे आप भगवान के मंदिर में बाहर खोलते हैं, वैसे ही जूते चप्पल बाहर खोलिए। Don't enter in the homes with shoes on. Keep them outside. Whenever you enter home, clean your legs, feet, arms, clean your hands, and then come inside the home. If possible, take a good shower. These are very basic tips, the way of living with coronavirus so that it doesn't attack. If you all guys remember, these are our forefathers, grandmothers, grandfathers have been teaching all this throughout our life. But then these all guidelines have come from Sir Gangaram Hospital, Delhi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this elaborate and very easy to understand session. I can see there are many questions coming up for this session. So can I take questions, sir?
Yeah, I think we should go ahead with the questions, and
Yeah.
I welcome your questions, Sheetal.
Yeah. So now, sir, we will be having monsoon soon. What is the effect of approaching monsoon on COVID-19 situation in India?
It's an excellent question, Sheetal. I admire for that. It will have both effects. Monsoon, see what happens in monsoon, immunity definitely goes up, but the only worry is that temperature goes down. And there are a lot of surges of infection when temperature goes down. Hence the problem is worsened. Due to lots of epidemics like leptospirosis, dengue, malaria, acute gastroenteritis, the general condition of a child goes down, and hence the chances of coronavirus infection goes up. So humidity goes down, the swine flu also is increased, airborne infection goes up. So we have got to be careful in monsoon. And since it is a latest infection, it has just come into India, we need to study as to how it behaves in monsoon. But these are the general guidelines.
Right. So that also answers the second question, sir. Actually, the second question asked is, will there be an increase in airborne infections with increase in humidity?
Yeah, I think it covers the question, second
Yeah.
question too.
Right. Sir, in city like Mumbai or all other metropolitan cities where people they travel by public transports. So, what will you suggest to reduce the transmission of this disease?
Well, this question, it's more of a political, social responsibility of the government and policy makers. But then, yes, safe distancing, sanitization, disinfection of the vehicles, those who are transporting is most important.
Sir, as you are a pediatrician, is it true that the children are getting milder infections, but they are acting as a potential carriers for COVID-19?
Yes, very true. The children are getting milder infection because viral load is found less in children. But you know, very interesting fact is that children, though don't transmit the infection by airborne, they transmit it by fecal-oral route. So this has to be kept in mind. And sometimes what happens is that underlying diseases in the children can cause the problem. So underlying diseases surface up and these children become potential carriers. Their immune-mediated system is, weakened, and these children can become potential carriers.
Okay. Sir, as we see, like there are flu vaccines every year with new strains available every year. So, what is this difficulty with COVID vaccine?
The flu vaccine has been very senior. There is enough work is done for years together. And whatever flu vaccine which are getting supposedly H1N1, H1N2, H1N3, all these substrains, little needs to be done. But this is the latest infection known to the humankind at all till today. So this is taking little longer.
Long time. And sir, is it true that once you are infected with coronavirus, you get permanent immunity?
No, not true. Not
okay.
true. Not
it
true.
Is not true.
There are reports that the discharged people also get corona afterwards. The reports have emerged from China and few centers in United States.
Now we are seeing a lot of schools and colleges, they have gone into online mode. So what will be the effect on a child emotionally and physically of this online mode of education?
Well, online mode, they will lose the atmosphere of school, and they will lose the co-education of the children. And at home, what will happen, parents also are not used to such kind of things. They have to maintain the discipline, they have to maintain the atmosphere, and then a lot of distraction in the mind of students which may not be there in the schools. So all these things are, to be seen and to be watched and to be studied.
And now with such a scare of corona everywhere, how are we going to make children or the parents confident to send their children back to school? That is the big task.
Yeah, it is really a big task because the school management, school authorities, the government, etc., needs to really work hard for this so that the confidence is imbibed in minds of parents. They can send to school. If parents feel my child is not safe at the school, no proper distancing, no proper sanitization, no proper thermal checkup, no proper availability of the proper things, sanitization and all, then why one should send it to the school? So the authorities need to first instill confidence in the minds of the parents, then only parents will start sending them to school.
Right, sir. Now, sir, we are hearing stories of social ostracization of people working in healthcare departments. They are being thrown out of the houses. They are not getting any houses to stay in. What will be its impact on the health workers?
The impact is going to be bad because if the social ostracization, if not curtailed or not curbed, what will happen is that the health workers will get demoralized and they will not be able to discharge their duties properly. If they are not allowing them to back to society, if you are not allowing them back to their homes, definitely their morale will go down. And the news spreads like wildfire in health workers, and then ultimately who will be at loss? It will be the society who will be at loss.
Right. Now in India, like the schools, they are overpacked beyond their capacity. So what measures the school should take or the authorities should take to reduce the transmission of disease?
Yeah, it is very important question because schools are overpacked. A class is packed with 60 students, 75 students. So considering the space, considering the number of students, we have to decide as to one class should accommodate max to max number of students where social distancing is taken care of. So in that situation, to accommodate all those students already there, we have to increase the shifts of the school. And that is how only it can be done. With current scenario, it is just not possible. So shifting should be increased, social distancing should be maintained, sanitization should be maintained, washing of hands facility should be there, should be there. And then school needs to totally revamp their programming so that this problem can be solved.
Like the classrooms and all should be sanitized on regular basis. Yeah.
Yes. Sanitized, fogged, all precautions should be taken. Then only parents will also send to school. Otherwise, they say, "Nahi baba, hamara bachcha ghar pe raha hua acha."
Right. And now we have come out of the classroom education. It is more emphasis on skill development. Atmanirbhar. Yeah. So what is your take on that?
This is very interesting. Yeah. Partially, I would say yes. What you say could be right.
Right. So now, sir, how the parenting will be changed, and what will be the challenges in front of all the parents?
Parenting is definitely going to change because we are not used to such kind of training schedule at home. We need to have a lot of patience in our own mind because we are impatient at times. We need to have, like that day I was thinking as to need to have good exercises and pranayam so that our own strength goes up. And in that situation, the parents also need to learn as to how to handle these children because at home everything will be different. Right. So parenting is definitely going to change with current scenario.
Right. And what is your take on routine vaccination of children, sir?
Sorry.
Routine vaccination.
Routine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Routine vaccination must go on. See, there are studies from WHO, World Health Organization. There are studies from UNICEF. There are studies from Indian Academy of Pediatrics that routine vaccination shouldn't be stopped because those who are curable diseases where vaccines are routinely available, and if you are not giving diseases, if you are not giving vaccines, those diseases will come up and this will attract corona more. Only thing is that while giving vaccines, the doctors shouldn't combine the people, the children coming for vaccine with general patients because these are the normal group of children coming for vaccine should not be mixed with other patients with any fever and any other symptoms coming to doctor. Their timing should be different, okay? And those who are carrying the children to doctor should not be elderly, They should be young parents should come for the vaccination. Right. So if these precautions are taken with proper appointment, proper everything done, I don't see there is any reason not to vaccinate. We have to vaccinate.
We have to vaccinate. And now it is predicted that a second wave of this pandemic will come with surge in cases. So how one should be prepared to deal with the situation?
Yeah, a second pandemic is definitely expected as the studies from Pentagon studies, the second surge is expected. So we have to just wait and watch and we have to be doubly vigilant than we are today.
Okay. And you have already talked about homeopathic medicine, arsenic album and ashwagandha, like immune boosters. There are a lot of questions every day from the general public. So you please once again elaborate on the immune boosters or arsenic.
They can be tried. They can be tried. Arsenic album 30 or say ashwagandha. But let me tell you, there is common notion with homeopathic medicines that they don't have side effects, but it's not so. Even arsenic album can have side effects in form of GI upset, loose motions, borborygmi. And ashwagandha, yes, they are immune boosters. They are tried, but if you remember in my talk, I did mention that these are the things taken by all those group of patients, 80 to 90% of the corona patients who are anyway otherwise also recoverable.
Recovery.
So there is a role, definitely can be taken. There is no, there is always a benefit, not a loss.
Right, but we should not be totally dependent on this.
No, we should not.
We are taking, so we have to follow all the necessary.
Yes. If we are taking, it should be only supportive, not only treatment.
Right, sir. On HCQS also, sir, people now, they have started to commute to work in buses and all. So they also want to take HCQS as a prophylaxis because they are traveling in buses and all.
No, HCQ is not a prophylactic drug. It's a hazardous drug. It's a toxic drug. It should be given only under strict supervision. Before taking HCQ, you should rule out an ECG is must, heart disease should be ruled out, and then only HCQ should be given. And as I mentioned, HCQ should only be given to the frontline workers who are directly exposed, not to common people like you and me.
Right. And sir, why is it with COVID that there are multiple symptoms varying from just weakness to severe respiratory distress? There are multiple symptoms, digestion symptoms, then respiratory symptoms, or just weakness, or just fever. Why is it so? It varies in symptoms.
It varies from the virus load, Usually immunity starts developing in human body at age of 5 years. And as the patient becomes young, immunity goes up. So in all these cases, the symptomatology of the COVID-19 differs, maybe from milder form, as you said. But as the age grows, the immunity level goes down. And in that situation, the symptomatology which we see is of serious nature. That's it.
Okay. Now, if the children, they start going back to school after some months, what precautions we should take once the child is back home, so that he is not scared and he is willing to go back to school again and come back home again?
See, while handling such kind of kids, when they come back from the school, you should welcome them like warriors. You should broad smile as if he has come from a long distance.
Right.
Good, welcome beta, come back home. Then change the clothes, if possible, give a shower, and then take all possible routine measures without, the children should not feel that they are being punished or some punishment is waiting at home or at the school. So all these things should be done in a very courteous atmosphere, so that the child will also feel like going back to the school and coming back to the home. So this is, a little psychosocial handling of the child is important.
Right. And about you were from Marathwada region, which is one of the worst drought hit regions in India. So how will you advise the people where water is a scarcity about personal hygiene, hand washing and everything?
Most of the cities in Marathwada are not all that having water scarcity, what one feels from outside. But yes, the interior areas, the rural Marathwada, the small places do have water scarcity. Here I would suggest to go for sanitization. The sanitizers should be made available by government and authorities in a plenty of way, and people should be taught about sanitization of the hands instead of hand washing if water is not available.
Right. And you also mentioned about the respiratory etiquettes. Still somebody wants to know about the way of coughing or sneezing when you are in public places and you don't have any mask or a hanky.
So the best way is, as I suggested you, the folded hands and the use of elbow to avoid the spread of the coughing and sneezing. But in case a good hanky or a tissue or anything which can prevent the spread is most important. Simultaneously, the disposal is also very important. Please remember.
Right. Sir, about sanitation of fruits, vegetables, and groceries. Many people want to know.
See, buying fruits, vegetables, and groceries is a real should be a properly developed thing in a home. What I suggest to all my friends that they should buy they should buy these fruits, vegetables, and in a clean plastic bucket. And without touching it, then keep them in, then fill it up with water and put 2 to 3 teaspoonfuls of salt and keep it for 5 to 10 minutes, and then wash it up, dry it up, clean it up, and then put it to the refrigerator. This is how it should be done with a non-touch technology.
Right. Some people want to know, like the coronavirus stays for different times on different surfaces, metals, plastics, or paper, or clothes. So, what precautions they should take while dealing with it?
For that, Sheetal, one must know the life cycle of coronavirus on various surfaces. Okay.
Right.
There are 2 studies. One is New England Journal of Medicine study, and one is Lancet study,
Okay.
where it is found that SARS-CoV-2 virus stays on plastic for 3 to 7 days. Please note it down. On stainless steel for 3 to 7 days.
Okay.
On copper utensils for 4 hours. The minimum C, the very important. Now, if you remember, we have been using copper utensils in our olden days. So why copper utensil is more important? Because SARS virus just stays for 4 hours. Paper, 4 days. Paper, 4 days. So again, there is a question. It stays long on the paper. Glass, 4 days. Cardboard, 24 hours. And wooden things, 2 days. So that's why the importance of touching handles, touching lift doors, touching lift bags. So all these things are very important, considering the stay of the virus.
Okay. Now, sir, we have a very dense population. People living in slums or other areas, they share common toilets, common bathrooms, and they also need to travel by public transport. So, what would you like to state or to appeal to the authorities just to curtail the transmission of this disease?
Well, it is a fact that in India we have a small space and a dense population. It is a fact. It is definitely a fact. What we can do, the administration, the authorities, the NGOs, the volunteers, they can put up posters, they can do advertisements, they can teach people by repeated counseling, and they can, do you understand street dramas, street dramas?
Street plays.
Street plays, street plays is a, very important tool to let people know what is happening. So such kind of street plays should be held in every locality, which mentions about coronavirus, its spread, transmission, in what way. Now, if there are less number of toilets, I appeal to the corporators of the area or authorities or administration to put up some portable toilets for time being at least, so that the congestion goes down. But supposingly still it is not possible. People need to be educated. People need to talk about cleanliness in their own home and toilets, putting good water and then disinfecting the toilets, ideally after every visit. But if it is not possible, at least every 2 hours, 4 hours, that might, stop or halt contamination to a great extent. So this is a joint responsibility between citizens, between administrations, between NGOs, and every one of us.
Right. The handles and the switches, the buttons, they should be sanitized or disinfected frequently.
Yeah.
And bleach is commonly available, so they can use bleach as a disinfectant.
That is why the role of disinfectant, that is why the role of sanitizers. And one more point I want to mention, Sheetal, is that sodium hypochlorite solution is very important as a viricidal. So every floor of the house and working area should be cleaned mopped by sodium hypochlorite solution 1:10 proportion, so that the floor remains safe. And if somebody comes to your house and they go, then you can also spray the sodium hypochlorite in the chair which the people have been occupying. That can also be done to avoid the contamination.
Right. And people should also dispose of the mask properly. Everyone is using the mask, but they don't know how to dispose it off. Otherwise, that may act as a source of infection.
I know. The best way to dispose mask is either bury them or burn them. The clothing, if it is used as a mask, suppose simple clothing is used as a mask, then it can be properly put up in a detergent overnight and can be washed, and that can be reused.
Yeah.
But then as far as such kind of disposable things are considered, they either should be burned best way or should be buried.
Whatever is the disposable, that should be disposed of.
Yes,
properly
disposed, because otherwise it will become new source of infection.
Right. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. I would now request to play one very inspirational video for all of you to watch.
गुजर जाएगा, गुजर जाएगा। मुश्किल बहुत है, मगर वक्त ही तो है। गुजर जाएगा, गुजर जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, फिर उभर आएगा। गुजर जाएगा, गुजर जाएगा। माना मौत चेहरा बदल कर आई है, माना मौत चेहरा बदल कर आई है, माना रात काली है, भयावह है, गहराई है। लोग दरवाजों पे रस्तों पे रुके बैठे हैं, लोग दरवाजों पे रस्तों पे रुके बैठे हैं। धरनाएं सहमे हैं, छिपे बैठे हैं। मगर यकीन रख, मगर यकीन रख, ये बस लम्हा है, 2 पल में बिखर जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, फिर असर लाएगा। मुश्किल बहुत है, मगर वक्त ही तो है। गुजर जाएगा, गुजर जाएगा। बाजार खाली, सड़कें सूनी, मोहल्ले वीरान हैं। बाजार खाली, सड़कें सूनी, मोहल्ले वीरान हैं। खौफ बरपा है, हर तरफ लोग हैरान हैं। ये वो कहर है जो दुनिया को डराने आया, ये वो कहर है जो दुनिया को डराने आया। मगर नासमझ है जो इंसान को हराने आया। इतिहास गवाह है, ये मसला भी सुलझ जाएगा। इतिहास गवाह है, ये मसला भी सुलझ जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, गुम हुआ है, टूटा नहीं। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, गुम हुआ है, टूटा नहीं। यही जज्बा फिर असर लाएगा, फिर उभर आएगा। मुश्किल बहुत है, मगर वक्त ही तो है। गुजर जा।
Thank you for sharing this wonderful video. So just to summarize today's webinar by Dr. R.J Totla, I would like to quote Marie Curie. Nothing in life is to be feared. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now it is the time to understand more so that we fear less. So we need to change our lifestyles drastically to fight this COVID pandemic, and we will emerge victorious, no doubt. So do remember one thing, that we have to fight with the disease, not with the patient. हमें रोग से लड़ना है, रोगी से नहीं. Thank you so much for being with us throughout this webinar. Now over to you, Ankit.
Thank you.
What an inspiring poem in the voice of Amitabh ji, isn't it? अगर आप सबको भी ये कविता पसंद आई हो, तो जरूर से चैट बॉक्स में अभी थम्स अप दिखाइएगा और अपना जो ग्रेटिट्यूड है वो एक्सप्रेस करिएगा. On behalf of our Honorable Founder President Shri Rashmi Mishra ji, Honorable Vice President Dr. Nayan Dabholkar ji, and entire Vidya family, I would like to thank Dr. Sheetal Kale for being the moderator of the session, as well as for being our guest speaker and sharing such a valuable insight about COVID-19. I'm reminded of a quote by Sadhguru. Sadhguruji says, "We cannot decide what life throws at us. We cannot decide what life throws at us, but what we make out of it is 100% ours. What we make out of it is 100% ours. Thank you all the viewers for joining us today, and we definitely hope to see you in our next webinar. May I request all of you to share your gratitude by showing thumbs up for Dr. Totla, Dr. Sheetal Kale, and entire Vidya family who have made this webinar series possible. Great, as you can see, we are getting so many comments and appreciation. Thank you all very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. Namaste from me and all of us.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much.